Your dog stopped dead in the middle of the night, stiff, silent, staring at the corner of the room. Nothing was there. You checked twice, but he wouldn't move, wouldn't look away. And then he started to growl. What did he see? Welcome. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you look at your dog forever. There are 7 things your dog can perceive that you are literally biologically incapable of experiencing. And some of them, they explain behaviors you've written off as weird, random, or even a little unsettling. Don't go anywhere because number 1 is the one that keeps dog owners up at night. Before your dog squats down to do his business, he spins. Maybe once, maybe 3 times. You've laughed at it. You've filmed it. But here's what nobody tells you. That spinning isn't random, not even close. Research published in Frontiers in Zoology studied over 70 dogs across 2 years and found that dogs consistently align their bodies along the Earth's north-south magnetic axis when they're about to relieve themselves. Not sometimes, consistently. Under calm magnetic conditions, they did it almost every single time. Dogs appear to have magnetoreceptors, specialized cells that detect the planet's magnetic field, likely located in their eyes or nasal tissue. This internal compass doesn't just explain the spinning, it also explains something far more extraordinary. Dogs that have been lost hundreds of miles from home and somehow found their way back, not by smell alone, but something closer to navigation. So the next time your dog does his little pre-bathroom ritual, just remember he's calibrating. He knows exactly where north is. Do you? Stay with us because what's coming next will make you rethink every nighttime walk you've ever taken with your dog. You think it gets dark at night? Your dog disagrees. Dogs have a layer of tissue behind their retinas called the tapetum lucidum, a biological mirror that bounces light back through the eye a second time, effectively doubling the amount of visual information the brain receives. This is the same reason your dog's eyes glow in photos. That glow isn't a glitch, it's a superpower. On top of that, dogs have a much higher concentration of rod cells in their eyes than humans do. Rods are responsible for detecting motion in low-light contrasts. What this means in practice is that your dog can spot a mouse moving across a dark lawn that you would walk right past without a second thought. And here's the part that should genuinely humble you. In complete darkness, your dog isn't guessing, he's watching. The world you're stumbling through at night is crystal clear to him. He's not following you on those late walks. He's leading you and being polite enough not to make it obvious. Keep watching because in a moment we're going to talk about something your dog can smell that will completely change how you understand his relationship with you. You can fake a smile. You can say you're fine. You can act completely calm. Your dog has never believed you once. A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be between 10,000 and 100,000 times more powerful than a human's. But the truly staggering part isn't the number, it's what they're actually smelling. When you experience fear, your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline. These compounds have a distinct chemical signature that exits your body through your sweat, your breath, and the microscopic changes in your skin temperature. Your dog detects all of it. A landmark study from the University of Naples found that dogs exposed to human sweat samples from fearful individuals showed measurably higher stress behaviors themselves and were more likely to seek reassurance from their owner. They didn't just notice your fear, they felt it with you. This also explains why dogs behave differently around strangers. They're not judging by appearance, they're reading a chemical profile that tells them far more than any facial expression ever could. Your dog knows when you're lying about being okay. He's always known. And what we're about to reveal next, it explains something dogs do that most owners completely misread. And misunderstanding it can seriously damage your bond. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine being able to reach out and feel the warmth of a living body from across the room without touching it, without seeing it in total darkness. That's not science fiction, that's your dog. Research into canine nasal anatomy has revealed that the wet, hairless tip of a dog's nose, the rhinarium, is packed with thermoreceptors sensitive enough to detect infrared radiation, meaning radiated body heat. This was confirmed by a study from Lund University in Sweden, which showed that dogs could reliably detect a warm object in their environment even when all other sensory cues were removed. This is an ancestral hunting tool. Before dogs were pets, they were predators, and predators need to find warm-blooded prey in the dark. What evolution built for hunting, your dog now uses to find you on the couch, to press against you when you're running a fever, and to locate the warmest spot in the house with uncanny precision. If your dog keeps gluing himself to you when you're sick, he isn't just being sweet. He is detecting the change in your body temperature with an instrument in his nose that you don't even have a name for. We're halfway through. And the next one is the ability most owners witness every day without ever realizing what they're actually seeing. The thunder hasn't hit yet. The sky is still blue, but your dog is already pacing, already panting, already trying to crawl under the bed. You've always assumed he hears the distant rumble before you do, and he does. But that's not the whole story. Dogs can detect infrasound, vibrations at frequencies below 20 hertz, which is the lower boundary of human hearing. Storms generate infrasound as they develop, so do earthquakes, so do certain geological shifts. These aren't sounds so much as physical waves moving through the ground, the walls, the air, and your dog is built to catch them. This is also why dogs have been documented behaving erratically minutes or even hours before seismic events. In 2020, researchers analyzing data from accelerometers attached to dogs in earthquake-prone regions found statistically significant increases in unusual dog behavior in the hours leading up to tremors. Your dog isn't psychic. He's a finely tuned seismic and atmospheric instrument, wearing fur and asking for belly rubs. His restlessness isn't anxiety without a cause. There is always a cause, you just can't hear it yet. What comes next might be the ability that unsettles people the most, and it has to do with something dogs respond to that science still struggles to fully explain. Here is something that will change the way you see your dog. Sniffing at the base of a tree, the corner of a park, the edge of a trail. Humans have lenses in their eyes that filter out ultraviolet light. Dogs do not. A study published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B confirmed that dogs, along with cats and several other mammals, have lenses that transmit UV wavelengths that are completely invisible to us. This means that your dog is walking through a world that has an entire visual layer you cannot access. Under UV light, dried urine fluoresces. Animal trails left hours earlier glow. Certain flowers, which to us look plain and uniform, display vivid patterning that is only visible under ultraviolet. The world your dog navigates is covered in glowing information, territorial markings, scent trails, biological signals, all of it projected in a spectrum you will never see with your own eyes. That moment when your dog stares at the wall or fixates on a patch of floor that looks completely empty to you, he may be reading UV information left behind by something that was there long before you arrived. A calling card you can't read in a language you can't see. Which brings us to number one. And this is the one that nobody has a clean scientific answer for. This is the one that keeps people asking questions. Here is what we know for certain. Dogs have senses that operate far beyond the boundaries of human perception. They detect magnetic fields, infrared radiation, ultraviolet light, infrasound, microscopic chemical signals, and motion at levels of precision we can barely measure. Their perceptual world is layered, complex, and largely invisible to us. So, when your dog freezes in an empty hallway and growls at nothing, what exactly is nothing? There is no peer-reviewed paper proving that dogs detect paranormal phenomena. That is a fact, but there is also no complete scientific explanation for every documented case of a dog reacting with unmistakable specificity to something humans cannot perceive. The absence of proof is not proof of absence. What researchers do know is this. Dogs respond to infrasound waves that precede events. They respond to UV traces left by things no longer present. They respond to chemical signals too faint for any human instrument to catch without specialized equipment. When a dog stares at a corner of the room and the hair on his back rises, he is responding to something. Whether that something is a low-frequency vibration, a UV imprint, a thermal anomaly, or something else entirely, the honest answer is we don't fully know. What we do know is that your dog is not broken. He is not confused. He is not performing. He is perceiving. And whatever it is he perceives in that empty corner, he takes it seriously. Maybe you should too. Now that you understand how your dog actually experiences the world, the next question is, how does he experience you? What are the things you do every single day that your dog cannot forgive? Behaviors that silently chip away at his trust without you ever realizing it. Watch our next video to find out. Because the bond you have with your dog is only as strong as what you understand about him, and you've already taken the first step. If this exploration of your dog's hidden world has changed the way you look at your loyal companion, please subscribe and like the video. Chung Toi Jang Kai, Quatin Hong Bien Sin Hok Madagyoi, Thuong Bokwa. Hui Kong Chung Toi Kam, Fa Tuong Lai Kwa Su Hiu Biet. Kutan Kin Tak Tiep Teo Se Som Mora.